Bismillah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today, inshallah, we will start with literal equation and the dimensional analysis. Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay. So, what is the meaning of solving equation again? What is the meaning of solving
Find
equation?
the variable.
Sorry?
Find the variable.
Find the value of the variable. Find the value of the variable. So when I say that x plus 5 equals 4, so the value of the variable now equals 2.
Equals
Equals 2.
Both sides equal.
minus 1.
Equals 2. Just find the value of the variable. I said x equals 2. Solving equation, find the value of the variable which makes the left-hand side equal to the right-hand side, or which satisfy the equation, which satisfy the relation. Not only finding the value of the variable. Finding the value of the variable is not right. So in our lesson today, we're not solving for to find a value of a number. We're just solving for a variable. It means we need to solve each equation for the variable indicated. I will not find a numerical value. I will just write a value of the variable with the equality of the expression. So for question number 1, I have 4m minus 3n equals 8. We need to solve for m. What is the meaning of solving for m? This lesson is important. This lesson is important. So please just focus and try to understand how we solve it. Please don't ask me about anything. Just wait until you finish, until we finish explaining this part. Then you can ask me. What is the meaning of solving for m? What is the meaning of solving for m? Solving for m, it means just write m at the left-hand side and all of the expression at the right-hand side. I need to leave m at the left-hand side and all of the expression at the right-hand side. So suppose that I'm solving the equation. Where is m? That's m. So suppose that I'm solving the equation for m minus 3 equals 8. How can I solve this one? For m minus 3 equals 8. How we solve this?
We move the 3.
We move the 3. So
Positive
3. So 4m equals 11. Then
11 over 4.
Divided by 4. Then m equals 11 over 4. It's mean in solving equation, the first one that we remove it, which is plus and minus, then times and divide. The last one will be the brackets. After that, the power. Then the last one will be the bracket. From the order of operation, the first one is the grouping symbol. After that, the power. After that, times or divide. Then plus or minus.
Plus and minus.
Mr.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't listen.
Wallahi, I didn't explain anything. Wallahi, I didn't explain anything new. Wallahi.
Explain question number 1.
Wallahi, I didn't explain question number 1. Huh? Wallahi, I didn't explain question number 1.
So you will explain now?
Wallahi, I didn't explain question number 1. All what I said, question number 4m minus 3 equals 8. That's solving equation. Wallahi, that's what I'm explaining now. I didn't explain question number 1. Did I explain question number 1? Now we have just 1 minute. We are 27 and we add 2 now. 27. Ask the 27. Did we explain question number 1?
No.
If anyone say yes, Wallahi, I'll give you 100 again now. I didn't explain. Ali, just a minute, please. Before I'm explaining anything, I just say this word because of you. Please, just wait. Wait. I didn't explain anything. Wallahi, I will repeat it 100 times. Please, just listen to what I'm. You don't know what I'm explaining. So you said I didn't understand. Again for this one. For the order of operation, again for this one. The order of operation, the brackets, the power, times or divide, plus or minus. So in solving the equation, we go from back, from down to up. In order of operation, up to down. So in solving equation, we just the first one that we need to remove it, which is plus and minus. After that, times and divide. After that, power, then we remove the brackets. So that's what we are solving now.
Sure.
We need to solve for what? For m.
M.
Underline the m.
M.
Underline the m. So I need to leave m and shift all of the other to the other side. Which operation that we have now? We have subtraction and we have multiplication. So which operation will be at the first?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. So I will shift 3n to the other side because it's minus. I will shift it to be plus.
Plus 3.
So the question that we have now, 4m is equals 8 plus 3n.
3n.
What is the meaning when I say 4x equals 8? How we solve this? Or equals 9? Huh? How we solve it?
Divided
Divided by 4.
Divided by 4.
So we divide
Excuse
by
me,
4.
Mister?
Yes.
Like, why we divide by 4 only? Like, because it's the main number or what?
You remember the solving equation?
Yeah.
So go back to solving equation and you will understand why we divide by 4. Okay?
Okay.
Go back to study the previous. Okay. Anything related to my lesson today, I can repeat it 100 times. Anything about anything related to grade 7, grade 6, grade, I can repeat it. But anything I explain it and you didn't study, you have to study. I will not repeat it. Okay? I will not go to explain solving equation again one more time. Because we should finish one chapter in solving equation. So now it will be divided by 4. So m is equals, what the value of m?
8 plus 3n over 4.
8 plus
Plus
3n
3n over 4.
over 4. And that is the meaning of solving for n. Again for this one. We need to solve. Now we have 8 times. Then open a bracket. Q minus 8 equals 23. We need to solve for Q. So what will be the first step? Just we're looking for plus and minus. Is there plus and minus here?
Yeah.
No, but the plus and minus inside the bracket. Anything inside the bracket, don't look at this one. Anything inside the bracket, don't look. Is there any plus and minus outside the bracket?
No.
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 Is there any times or divide?
Yes.
Yes, we have here A as times
A
or divide?
Times.
Times. So we
Times,
shift it to
times.
the other side by division.
Divide.
So we have now Q minus 8 equals 23 over A.
Over A.
خلاص. Now we need to solve. Again, I will start. Is there any plus and minus? In each time, I will ask the same question. Is there any plus and minus? After that,
Yes.
times or divide, power, then brackets. Is there any plus and minus? Yes. So we
Yes,
have
no
8.
minus.
So we shift it to the other side by adding 8. It's mean Q is equals 23
23
over
plus
A
8
over
Plus
A
8.
over A
plus
plus
8.
8.
So can you repeat again?
Again for this one. What are the steps that we have? We have a bracket, power. That is the order of operation. Times or divide,
Multiplication and division.
plus or minus.
Or minus.
In solving equation, we go from down to up. That is the solving equation. Any solving equation by this way. Solving equation, we use the inverse operation. What is the inverse operation? Just write the order of operation, then go back. So the first one, I'm looking for, I need to solve for n. Where is n? That's n. So just write the variable that you need to solve in the left-hand side. So I will change all of them. I will write this expression at the left, and this one, all of this one at the right, because we need to solve for n. So it will be 3n plus 6p
6
equals 15.
Equals 15.
If you change the left instead of the right and the right instead of the left, don't change anything. You just take the left to the right and right to the left. What?
Mister, can you go back to question number 5? To question number 5?
Why?
Because I didn't understand. That's why.
I'm explaining this one, number 2, then question number 6, you will find the same idea. That is the same
Okay.
idea. All of them the same
Okay,
idea.
sir.
Okay? So we'll find the same idea. Wallahi, there is no difference
Okay, sir.
between them. The solving equation. Again, for this one, we are looking for, we need to solve for n. So underline n. That's the n that we need to solve. So leave n. So we are looking now in this expression. Is there any plus and minus?
Yes.
So we have plus. So shift, remove the plus to be minus. So now rewrite the expression. So it will be 3n is equals
Equals
15 minus
minus
6p.
6p.
Again,
Divide by
question number
3.
one. Question number one. Is there any plus and minus? Beside n, we need to solve for n. We need to solve. Underline the variable that we need to solve. Is there any plus and minus beside n?
No.
Is there any times or divide?
There is times.
There is time. I
Yes,
said
there is
yes. So because we have times, so we will cancel 3 and shift it to the other side by division.
Division.
I will divide by 3. So how will divide this one by 3? Divided by 3. Divided by 3. Divided by 3. So why for the first one I didn't divide? Because 3 here is not divisible by 4. So I make all of them as a fraction. But if you look at the two numbers that we have now, we have 15 and 6. 15 is divisible by 3. 6 is divisible by 3. So we can cancel 3 and 3. So it will be n is equals 15 divided by 3 equals 5. 6 divided by 3 equals 2p. And that's how we solve for a variable. Again, one more time.
So I can make the answer.
Hmm?
Sir, I can make the answer n equals 5 minus 2p over 3.
5 minus 2p or y over 3.
No, because in number 1 you did the same thing. Can I do that in this one too?
It's 15 over 6. 15 minus 6. Not 5 minus 2. 15 minus 6. So I simplify
Oh,
it.
sorry, 15.
I simplify it.
So can I make it 15 minus 6p over 3?
Simplify.
Okay.
If you have a fraction 5 over 10, can you leave the fraction like that?
No, 1/2.
Why? So why?
You can simplify.
So that's a fraction also.
Okay.
You have to write the fraction in the simplest form. Again for this one.
Explain it again.
Which one? You're just coming now?
Number 1. Because
You're just coming
my
now?
connection.
So no problem. Just you can watch the video. You're just coming now? No problem. You watch the video again. After we finish, watch the video. I'm sending the video. Now 12:45. We start at 12:30. 15 minutes. That's your problem. Okay? Now we have 3x minus 2y equals xz plus 5. xz plus 5. How we solve it? We need to solve it for what? For x. How many x's that we have now?
2.
2 x's. So I'm going back to solving equation. I will explain a new part here. Just 1 minute. Leave the question. I'm not solving the question. I'm solving another question. We have 3x minus 5 equals 2x plus 2. How we solve this one? That's another question. I'm solving equation. Now solving equation. How we solve this one?
We shift the 2x and we shift the 5.
Because we have x and x. Number and the number. So we collect all of the x's together and all of the numbers together.
Numbers together.
Yes.
So I will shift 2x to the other side by subtracting 2x.
Negative 2x.
I will shift 5 to the other side by adding 5.
Positive 5.
Plus 4.
So 3x minus 2x
X equals
equals
7.
x.
X is equal to 7.
2 plus 5 equals 7. Any problem for this one?
No.
No.
Who didn't understand this one?
Again?
This one?
Yeah.
Go back to solving equation in a variable in two sides. Study the lesson, then you can solve this one. Because this part is not new. You have to study. No way. The problem with me, no way you have to study. You have to study. Anything new, I will explain it. Anything I explained it before, and it's depend on you have to study, I will not explain it. Khalas. Because we finished this lesson from 1 week. You have to study this one. Okay. So how many x's that we have now? How many x's that we have now?
We have two x's.
We have x and x. Collect the circle, and we have a number and a variable. So we just need the x's at the left-hand side. So I will shift x from the left to the right. How we shift this one?
Minus.
We change the
3x
sign.
minus xz
X
equals
z
5. I will shift 2y to the other side. It was minus, so it will be
plus 2y.
plus
Plus
2y.
2y.
Can we add 3x minus xz?
No.
If you remember
No,
the question that we
No.
solved it, we said 3x minus 2x equals x. But for this one, we can't add them because they are different terms. So how we solve different unlike terms? So how we can add this one? If you find that we have 3x minus xz, you remember the common factor?
Yes.
What is the common factor
And the
that we
factor
have
that is
here?
common between two numbers.
What is the common factor between them?
X.
The first x. So
and
we take
X.
x as a common factor, then open a bracket.
Okay.
We'll take x as a common factor. If you remove x from here, what is the remainder?
3.
3.
Put the sign of the middle without any change. If you remove x from here, what is the remainder?
Z.
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 Any problem now?
No.
No problem.
When I say 3x equals 5 plus 2y, how are we going to solve this one? This question. Leave this one. Leave this one. I'm solving
We're gonna
number
put
two.
X.
Divided
X,
by
then a
3.
bracket.
Divided by 3. Is it right? We just
Yes.
divide because that's multiplication. So x is equals 5 plus 2y over 3. If I replace here 3 with a, if I replace, that's ax, make it not a, make it 4. How are we going to solve this one? I will divide by 4.
Divided by 4.
That's right. If I replace
Yes.
4 now with a, so I will divide by a. Is that right?
Are we sure?
Yes.
Are we sure?
What's
That's
how?
not.
How can we divide by A?
A. Divide by a. I said divide. Any problem for dividing by 3?
No.
Any problem dividing by 4?
No.
If this number is divisible by 3? Is this one divisible by 3?
Yes.
5 divided by 3 equals what?
No, sorry.
Please, if you, when I ask you a question, we have 3. When I say 3x, to solve this one, I have to divide by 3. Is it right? So the answer now will be
Yes.
5 plus 3x. So when I have 4x, how can I solve this one? I just divided by
4.
divided by 4. So the answer now will be 5 plus 2y over 4. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Suppose that I'm saying that ax equals 5 plus 2a. How can I solve this one? Just
For
we
what?
divide by a. Divided by the number that which beside a. Is that right?
Yes.
Sure.
So suppose that I'm saying that beside x there is 2 minus a. How will solve? Just we divide by the
Right.
expression
2 minus a.
which multiplied 2 minus a.
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yes.
So we have here the same x
Yes.
multiplied by 3 minus z.
We divide 3
We
minus z.
divided by 3 minus z. Divided by 3 minus z. So cancel 3 minus z and 3 minus z. It means x is equals 5 plus 2y
5 plus
over 3
2y
minus z.
minus 3 minus z.
Any problem for this one?
Yes, master.
What?
Like, can you explain the part after x bracket 3 minus z bracket equal 5 plus 2y? The after one, after this one.
This one?
Yes.
I just write the answer. Cancel 3 minus z and 3 minus z. That's in solving equation.
Okay.
solving equation. Shabab, please, please. If you skip a lesson, wallahi, you will suffer after that. If you skip this lesson, you will suffer in the chapter 3. So skipping lesson, it's a problem. Without studying, it's a problem. I'm providing worksheet, quizzes, videos. What can I provide more? If you don't want to study, you will face a problem. So that's a problem. And that's solving the equation. Only the new part that we have now, I replace the number with a variable. That is the only thing. But all of that in solving the equation. All of that in solving the equation. I will solve this one. K. I will need to solve for K. Suppose that the question, there is no J here. That is the question. I have a question now. K minus 2 over 5 equals 11. Did we take this one before?
Yes, we did.
Anyone didn't know how to solve this question? If you don't know, please just inform me. Did you know how we solve this question? This one. Leave number 3. This one. This one. Did you know how to solve this one?
We multiply by 5.
Just 1 minute. Did you? If you don't know, just inform me. If you don't know how to solve this question, because number 3 depends on solving this one. Can you solve? You can solve it now. Okay.
Sir, I know.
Okay. How we solve this one? I'm solving this one now.
We
11 times 5.
11 times 5. So step number 1, don't simplify it. Just leave it with the final, and don't find the final answer. Just leave it with the operation. So the first step now, I will multiply here by 5. Is that right?
Five.
Yeah.
Multiply
Yes.
also here by 5.
yes.
So K minus 2 equals 11J
55.
times 5.
Times 5.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
So what is the answer that you find here from this one? So K minus 2 equals 55.
55.
So if I multiply here by 5, so it will be 55J.
55.
The only difference that we have here, J,
J.
here without J. We finished this lesson before. How we continue solving this part? The one at the right.
We shift the 2.
We shift 2 to the other side by adding 2. It's mean K is equals
K equals 57.
50 J.
57.
50.
So also here I will shift 2 by adding 2. So it's mean K is equals.
55J plus 2.
55J plus 2.
Why we can't simplify this one?
Because they're unlike.
They
Because
are
it's
unlike
variable.
terms.
It's
That is
unlike
the
other
point.
terms. Yeah.
Again for this one. Again for number 7. Again for number 7. I will solve another one. We need to solve for D. So I will leave D without any change. D plus 5 equals 3D minus 1. How we can solve this one? How we can solve the one at the right and the left? The one,
You shift the number.
I'm solving the one that I'm writing in blue.
Okay.
How we solve this
You
one?
get all the
Yes.
Write all of the D together and write all of the numbers together.
The
So how we
left
solve it?
one.
D
No.
minus
So
3D
D minus 3D
equals negative 1
will
minus
be
5.
equal
minus
to
1.
negative 1 minus 5.
Minus
Any
Negative
problem for this step?
2D.
Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Any problem for this step?
No.
No.
Okay. Can you apply it here?
No.
Apply it at the left.
Yes.
I will do step at the right, then apply it at the left. To know that there is no difference between solving it. If you can solve the equation, you will understand this lesson. If you didn't study solving equation, you will not solve this one. How we solve this one?
D to
Shifting
so
D to the
minus
other
3D.
side. So D minus 3D is
Minus
equal.
3D.
I will shift also. So it will be negative
Negative
1
1
minus 5C.
minus 5C.
Okay. Now again, going back to the right side. How we solve this one?
Minus 2D equal minus
Negative
6.
2D equals negative
Minus
6.
negative 6.
Can you simplify the one at the left? Go back to the one at the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Negative 2D
Yeah.
equals, can you simplify this side?
2D.
No.
No.
No. No.
So leave it
No,
negative
no.
1 minus 5C without any change. How are you going to solve the
Yes.
one at the right?
Divide by -2.
Divided by minus 2. Divided by -2. So cancel -2 and -2. It's mean D is equal. Can you simplify this one?
3.
Yes, you
So
can.
it will be
Yes,
3.
yes, yes.
If this one is if this one was 7, can you simplify it? If this one was 7, so you will leave it as a fraction. Is this right?
Correct.
We
Yes.
can't simplify it. You will leave it as a
Sure.
fraction. That's also. I will divide here by -2. Divided by -2. So cancel -2 and 2. -2. It's mean D is equals -1 minus
-1
5C
minus
over
5.
-2. That's
Yes.
all. Solving the equation.
Easy.
So, yes, sir. Easy.
Wallah, I don't know
Very
where is
easy.
the problem. Again, for number 4,
I understand.
we
I
need to
understand.
solve for T. We need to solve for T. So suppose that we have
Distributive
here.
property.
No, not distributive property. Suppose that deal with a bracket as a number. So we have here 28 equals T times 5. T times 5, which is 5T. Is it right?
Yes.
A bracket, deal with this
Yeah.
bracket as that's not a bracket, that's a number. Like 3, like 5, like 4. So leave a bracket. If you multiply any variable by a bracket, it's mean multiplying a variable by a number. The same idea. That's multiplication. So how are we going to solve this one, the one at the right?
We
How we solve this one?
divide by
You divide
Divide
by
by
5.
divided by 5. Is it right?
5.
What if we
Yes.
have here? What if we have here 3T
Divided by 3.
divided by 3? What if we have here AT? I will divide by
Divide
A.
by
Is the
Divide
number
28.
divide by
Let me
A.
divide by
divided
A.
by A.
Divide by A.
So what if we have here a bracket like 2 minus A or A minus 2?
We divide by 2 minus
2
A.
We'll
minus
divide
A.
by 2 minus
Divide by 2
A. I will
minus A.
divide it by 2 minus A.
minus A.
Solving. That is the same way of solving. That's multiplication. So also
Yeah, we
because we have
divide R
T,
plus 4.
well, we'll divide here by R plus 4.
R plus 4.
Divided by R
Easy.
plus
R
4.
plus 4.
So cancel R plus 4 and R plus 4. It's mean T is equals 28 divided
28
by
Over
R plus
R
4.
plus 4.
That's all.
Easy, mister.
Again, for this one, we need to solve for Q. So I will write the same equation, but only one variable, which is Q. So the equation that we have, 6Q minus 18 equals Q plus T, which is, suppose that's this number like 7. Any number. How we solve this one? Just shifting Q to the other side,
First take
shifting the number to
yeah.
the other side. So it would be 6Q minus
the
shift like
minus
equals
Q.
7 plus 18.
7 plus 18.
That's what we will do here. That's what we do for the left hand side. So how we solve this one? Shifting Q and shifting
Shifting
the
the
number.
QR with
So it
minus.
will be
Min
6Q
Minus
Q
QR.
minus QR.
And T plus 18.
T plus 18. When you find that we have, can we add 6Q and the QR? Can we add them together?
No.
If you
Sir,
can,
we take
No.
take a common
like
factor.
common.
If you can't
Take
add them,
the
take a
common.
common factor. When I take
Common
Q
factor.
as a
Q.
common factor, the remainder is 6.
6.
When I take Q as a common factor, the remainder
Q
is
6 minus R.
minus R. It will be equals T plus
6
18. The same
6
here.
minus
R.
How we can solve this one?
Divide by 6 minus R.
Divided by 6 minus
Yes.
So what's the lesson name?
Sorry?
T plus 18 over
Literal
6
equations
minus R.
and dimensional analysis.
Wait a second, Mr.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Very good, easy.
Any problem for this one?
Alhamdulillah.
No,
No, mister.
No.
Okay. Now we have a formula.
Mister, can you go up a little bit? I want to see the answer.
Which answer?
This one, like the question number 8.
Sir, I
Finish,
understand.
Finish, Mister.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Finish.
Right, I'm going to question number 9. Now we have here, you will find this type of question for the SAT. This part is important. Allahumma ballaght, Allahumma fashal. This lesson is important. This lesson is important. You will find it for the SAT. And this part is important. The two questions related to each other. You will find two questions related to the same sentence. This part is important. Allahumma ballaght, Allahumma fashal. Type. How you find the question? The question that we have now, we have a formula to find the mass body, which is P equals 703 times W over H bar 2. That is the formula that we have. How we find the formula? Leave how we find it. That is the given formula. I will give you a formula. It will be given at the question. Any formula. Plus? Okay.
Yes.
Where P represents the body mass and W represents the weight and H represents the height. We need to solve this formula. I just converted the equation to be a problem solving. We need to solve for W. How are we going to solve for W?
We
Write it.
I will write here.
X squared.
I will write here 703 times W over H bar 2 because we need to solve for W. So I will write W at the left hand side and all of the expression to the right hand side. B. We need to
Yes.
solve for W. So at the first, I'm
Multiply
looking
X
for
squared.
the bracket power times or divide plus
Divide.
Plus or
minus.
minus.
Is there any plus or minus?
No.
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 Is there any
No.
times or divide?
Yes.
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 We have here multiplication. It will be converted to be division. We have division. It will be converted to be
To
multiplication. So now the equation W is equals B over 703
Over 7 over
times H
3
bar 2.
times H over 2.
That's all.
It's
That's
easy,
all. That's it.
mister.
I just write it. That's all.
Mr. Is that all?
Yes.
For A, that's all.
Easy.
Number B. What is the weight? It's mean now I'm asking. Because of that, I said this question. The two questions, A and B, related to each other.
Related.
So if you solve A right, you will solve B right. If you solve A wrong, 100% B will be wrong. So what is the weight of the
Yes.
person? Now I'm asking you about the weight. If who's 64 inch, it means the height is equal 64. And the body mass is 21.45. It means B equals 21.45. How are we going to solve this one? Just by substitution.
So do we remove
W?
the B and W and we
Yes.
write the numbers?
What is the B? B is
The B is
21.45
21.45.
divided by
21.45.
703 times H, which is
703.
64
64
over 2.
squared.
Just by using substitution, it's mean W now will be equal. Use a calculator, please, and solve this one. Use a calculator, please, and solve this one.
It is 124.97.
4096. The square.
Sorry?
4096 is the square of 64.
No, I need the answer. Just one step. One using calculator. This one. Use a calculator. Write this. Write it.
Answer is 124.97.
7. Yes.
Yeah, 124.
124.97.
124.97.
Yeah, it's
97.
Yeah,
That's all. That's what
but
the weight
that's that's an approximate because
yes,
it
no
is
problem for that.
124.977.
Okay.
Yeah, 125.2.
You understand it?
We need only 2 digits after
Only 2 digits.
point. Yes, after 2
Or at the exam
Sir, in
will be.
these types of questions, will we use calculator in SAT?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's depend on the number that you use. It's depend on the numbers. There is 2 sections. Section number 3, section 4. Section 3 without using calculator. So if the number are easy, so we'll use in section without using calculator. In section 3. If that's without decimal and without power multiplying a division with the small numbers or a fractions, you will find it in section 3. But like this one, you will find it in section 4.
Which is with calculator, right?
With this one with calculator.
Oh.
So now we have the Ohm law. That is the law. That's the formula that we have. I is equals V over I, where I in ampere, and V with the volts. R, which is resistant in ohm. We need to solve for R. Solve for R. So it means V over R equals I. How are we gonna solve this one?
Times R.
We multiply by V.
Multiply by R.
Sorry? Shift
Multiply
R to
by
the
R.
other side by
Multiply.
multiplying by R. Then
Yeah.
put I down.
Also,
Understand it or not?
Say
15
it again.
divided by 5 equals 15
3.
divided by 5.
Three.
Leave this question now.
Three.
There is no question here. 15 divided by 5 equals 3.
Three.
What is the relation? 15 is equals 3 times 5. That is the first relation that I can find. The second relation, I can say that 15, I will replace 3 instead of 5 and 5 instead of 3. If I say 15 divided by 3, that will be equals 5.
Oh,
Yes.
That is the second relation, is that right? So for
Yes.
any relation
Yes.
like that, when I say that I is equal, again for this one, I is equals V over R, and I need to solve for R. For the denominator, just replace R to be instead of I and I instead of R. Then R is equals V over I. If you need to solve for V, if you need to solve the question, solve for V, this means it will be IR. You understand it? Again for this one,
Yes.
15 is equals 3 is equals 15 divided by 5. Is it right?
Yes.
If I need to find the value of 5, suppose that here we have x. 15 divided by which number equal 3? 15 divided by which number equal 3?
5.
To the same, to find it, it will be 15 divided by 3 equals 5. To find the other factor, just divide. You understand it? Just replace them. So if I need to solve for the denominator, replace them. If you need to solve for the numerator, just multiply I times R. Okay?
Yes.
You will find this question in section number 3. This type of question in section number 3. That is the same idea. That is the same idea here. We solve for a variable, that's number 1. Number 2, find the value of this variable. So number 2, find the resistance with 22 volts and 0.5 ampere. So we need to find R. If the volt equals 22 and the ampere is 0.5. So just by using substitution, so 22 divided by 0.5, hasbi Allah wa ni'mal wakeel. This question, we can solve it without using calculator. This question,
44,
we can solve, yes. R equals 44. This question, we can solve it without using calculator. So we'll find, if you find this question with this number, you'll find in section 3. You know now the difference?
I didn't understand about A.
What's A?
I didn't understand about A.
Replace them. I said replace. Wallah, I didn't say
How?
anything else.
See, you wrote V over R is equals to I.
Which one?
A, the number A. Number 10, A.
I said replace I instead of R instead of I. You remember when I say 15 over 5 equal 3?
Yes, I know.
15 over 5 equal 3. Is this right?
Yes, sir.
15 over 3 equals what?
What?
15 over
5,
3.
5.
What you can notice here from this one?
You just divided 15 by 3.
What can you find
5.
anything similar here?
Yes.
What's the similarity that you can see from this one? 15 is still the same. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
And we just replace 5 instead of 3 and the 3 instead of 5. And we get the same answer. Is that right?
Yes.
Wallahi, that's what I'm saying now. I will just write it in.
Okay. We should only replace the dancer will come. We should only replace the dancer will come.
Yes. خلاص?
Okay, sir.
So that's the same question with the same idea, but only one you can find it in section 4 and one you can find in section 3. Section 4, if you can solve it, if the number must be, we need a calculator to be solved. But you can find this one in section 3 if the number are easy that you can find. So how we can solve question number 11?
Hello?
How we can solve question number 11?
You're asking me?
Can I
I'm asking anyone.
Yes, so he's saying a 10K run is 10 kilometers long. If 1 meter is equal to 1,000 and is equal to 1.094 yards, use dimensional analysis to find the length of the race in miles. So first thing, Mr.
The length again for this one. You know that we have a cars here, the Ford.
The conversion.
The Ford
Yes.
in mile. Is that right? You will find two race, one with mile and one with the kilometer. That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
For the Ford,
Yes.
the car. So now we have here the length was 10 kilometers. We need to convert it to be miles, but with a given one. The only relation that we have 1 meter is 1.094 yards, and 1 mile is equals 1,760 yards.
Sorry.
How we solve this one? Just I need you to think about it. Converting units, it was in grade 7 and the grade 8. That's not a new part. That's in grade 7 and the grade 8, but we just connect them together.
Mr. Yeah, so he's saying 10 kilometers and he wants you to find it in meters, so we're going to convert the kilometers to
That's
meter.
step number 1. Step number
So
1,
10 kilometers.
we have 10K is equals, to convert from K to meter, we have to multiply it by 1,000. From kilometer to meter, you have to multiply it by 1,000.
1,000.
Just I'm removing K and replace it 10 times 1,000 meter.
So it will become 10,000
That's right?
meters.
Okay. So now we have, it will be 10,000. Any problem for this step?
It's going to be equal to 10,000.
Any problem for this step?
Yes.
Any problem for this step? Step by step. Any problem for this one?
10,000 meters.
Yeah, Muhammad Stanas. Any problem for this one?
No.
I'm using,
No.
I'm moving step by step. Okay.
No.
Now 1 meter, we said 1 meter is,
1.9.
so I will remove meter, I will replace meter with 1.094 yards.
Yes.
So the answer now will be
54.
Oh, 10,000.
No, it would be 10,944.
Oh, yeah.
10,940 yards.
okay. Now I need to convert from yard to mile. How gonna convert to this one? 1 mile divided, because you convert
Divide
from
by
the small unit.
1,750.
Yes, because you convert from the small unit to the large one, you will divide. You understand it?
Right.
I will divide now by
Yes.
1,760.
1,750.
The zero with the zero.
1,760.
So it will be
Won't be in perfect number.
So it will become 6.21 miles.
6
How much?
because after 1 there is 5.
6.21.
22, because 1 round 22. 1, if you look at the right, you'll find 5. 25, 22.
6.21.
That is the idea. You understand how we convert it? We move it step by step. Any problem for this one?
No.
This lesson is important. This lesson is important.
No.
One more time, this lesson is important. Allahumma ballaght, Allahumma fashhad.